I had another question come in from How Dare You, and you wanted to know my thoughts on the subconscious. So I actually keep my views around it pretty loose because it's one area where, throughout my life, it's kind of grown and changed a lot over the years. But for right now, I'd say I see it something like this. So first of all, is there a subconscious or not? Fuck yeah, I would say for sure, definitely, I believe there is one, right? But the question comes down to what degree is it there? So at the minimum, I would think it's there, as in everything that's outside of your immediate conscious awareness. It's like the place you go in your head when you're trying to retrieve answers, remember somebody's name, recognize a face, or memories and stuff like that. But on the deeper end, I really do like the Buddhist perspective of Atman. And although I'm not entirely sure what Atman means, but what I mean by it when I say it is like the fundamental pure awareness at being at like the very base layer of consciousness. And I think that's there, from my own explorations of the mind and stuff like that, that's seeming to be pretty solid. So I would side on that probably being true, more true than not. Um, you also asked if I think that at the most fundamental level, if there's still like sex and violence drives down there. And I would say at the most fundamental Atman-ish level, whatever that means, I would say probably not. But on the way to get there, I think you could pass through a whole bunch of really violent and sexually driven places. So whatever the subconscious mind is, I would say it's certainly a lot bigger and more powerful than your conscious awareness, which is, one of the reasons why I think lucid dreaming is so cool, right? You get to, in the dream, it's just like waking reality in a lot of senses. It's like you seem separate from everything else, right? It's you here, everything else out there. But in the dream world, everything else out there, that is your subconscious mind, that you're working directly hand in hand with. So that's a cool aspect of it. And then you asked about Freudian's, like repression theory and all that shit. So I've never thought that to be true, honestly. And I remember first learning about Freud in high school and being really interested in the class because it's an interesting topic and shit. And he talks so confidently of it that, think, man, is that it? Is that really what it is? Right. But, as I've gotten older, I thought, man, that just cannot be right. But that is also kind of a fault in me. I don't think anybody's really right very often, right? Especially if I don't know them personally myself. I have some fucking mental block. But, Freud, I think it's probably partially true, but I wouldn't say it's mostly true. Even like Jung and stuff like that. I got one friend of mine, or acquaintance, that's really into him, right? And he's dug through his shit and pulled out so much amazing stuff from studying Jung. But even to that effect, man, again, it's the same bias in me. I just have a hard time believing, as great as he was, that he really had all the answers. Same thing goes for religions. I was just pumping up Buddhism, and I really do like Buddhism's perspective on things, but, could it be all right, man? I just can't imagine them being completely right on everything either. But, and that also extends to me. Now, I definitely know I ain't right on everything. I just try to grab as much information as I can from various sources and then sort shit out for myself. And that's basically what I present to you guys.